stay there. So I hope you didn't get too bored by the last one. Someone's talking. How dare they be talking? Okay, they're gone. Okay, so this is my second analysis. You lucky people get to listen to me for another 20 minutes, I think the last one was. So yeah. So we're going to look at the Vaccines new album, Come of Age, because I was very excited when I bought it sort of online. So let's talk about the images used. As I said about the advert, well, the same image from the advert is used for the front cover. It's women. Still a bit confused as to why they use women. Really? It's not actually them, but at Reading Festival, the poster had this, and then there was them underneath, so you could know who they were, so you'd associate it with them. Yeah, the images again, you've got them wearing kind of like grungy, rock and roll, kind of 50s style clothes, so I'm assuming that the album will sound something like this, especially with the girl's hair slicked back, and that's something guys like at the moment now, like Alex Turner from the Arctic Monkeys, so maybe that's the kind of idea they're going down. They're kind of going to sound a bit more like the Arctic Monkeys. So yeah, let's talk. Once again, it's in black and white. Even this bit's in black and white, which is different to the advert, and it doesn't stand out as much. I think it looked better with the red, to be honest with you, because it was just a lot more interesting. But it kind of follows what the other one used to look like, with the black bit there and the girl there and that in white. So we're just going to have a look at what's inside. So I decided to do this digipack because unlike others where you just flip it open, it's actually a book. See? You got the book bit? Yeah, it's a bit damaged because I put it in a bag with water because I was going to let a friend borrow it, and it's not so nice and new. But yes. So these are the images, and you just got images of what the band's actually like. So you've got the bomber jackets, once again 50s, so it kind of follows that 50s theme that we first saw. The images aren't like the best quality, they're quite daisy and light and fuzzy, but they're an indie band, so I think that works well. Oh dear, I don't want to bend it too much. Yeah, they're an indie band, so I think that sort of represents them well. They also, the images of them playing live, so you've got this one here, and the crowd, so it kind of shows that they're a big band because you've got an entire stadium packed out. And you just got him playing in bright colours. It's quite a simple colour scheme again, like in blacks, and got a lot of blacks and just like soft, warm colours like browns and reds. This one's different to the other ones because it's really light and it's outside, but you still can't see them. It still gives a dazed quality, so that it just seems quite kind of light and happy and upbeat. You've just got them performing again. You've just got mixed images. Some in colour, some in black and white, probably for the album itself, and probably just to kind of show the them playing. Also, because I got the deluxe edition, disc 2, they're live from Brighton. So maybe, I don't know if this is true for the other one actually, I haven't looked, which is a bit of a shame. But for the other one, they may not have these live pictures. These pictures themselves may be from Brighton because it looks like the same studio or arena that was there earlier. So they're just probably adding extra content. You've just got them behind the scenes, once again dark colours, quite kind of nonchalant, child casual style. They're not staged photos like Taylor Swift was or Ed Sheeran's were. And they just have some time. That looks like something out of a film. I mean, you can see the leather jackets, the Converses, the slightly short rolled up jeans. So that kind of follows the 50s style as well. Come of Age title. You got the bomber jacket again. So I think it follows it really well. It's just them having a good time. Come of Age also like makes me, the title name just makes me think of like teenagers getting used to it and just having fun. So I think the album artwork inside is really well. And then you get more of them as a band. Black, so that's probably at night, probably them just having fun, probably a bit drunk as well. And then that's more of a stage one because they've got disco balls, which is different to others, but they still got that kind of rough indie kind of 50s theme going on. They've all got disco balls yet. You can see that there. That, I think that'll be at Brighton. That's probably live at Brighton as well. And here, and then that kind of reminds me of the Beatles, who were a very iconic band in the 60s and onwards. So maybe their sound something along those lines, or that's the direction they want to go in. So that's what the images used remind me of. Text, as I said before, the same text used on the advert is also used on the album cover. Still black instead of red, so it blends in a lot more and it kind of follows the monochromatic colour scheme of it, and it follows the dark colour scheme throughout it really, so it doesn't sort of stand out like a sore thumb. I do think it would have been better if it was in red, just because it would make it a little bit more eye-catching, because it looks a bit dull and boring, so it might not attract new people, it might just attract existing fans, which is something they may want to do. They may not want to, because it's a different sound from that, but you think because it's a different sound from them that they'd want to. Okay, so turned out my memory just died, so I had to delete some photos quickly. So I think we got to the style of photography, and I was just saying how it's quite Facebooky. It's just people having fun on a night out really. It's very chilled, so it kind of gives you the idea that the album itself is quite chilled. It's just about having fun, and I think that relates back to the name of the album, which isn't actually on here, so you would just think you're buying this album, and it doesn't actually say it at the back either, so you'd have to know what the album looks like. Luckily the adverts kind of do that, but they don't actually tell you what it's called. You don't realise what it's called unless like somebody put Come of Age next to it or something, so that's quite bad. And it is quite retro. I'd say it's quite retro just purely because of the photos, and this looks quite retro, and I do like the photography. It's quite just people having a good time. And it's something, I think it's something that's quite in at the moment, because I've seen a lot of like handbooks and things like that really. It's not perfect photos. Use of genre signifiers. Are there any signifiers exclusive to the band/genre? Apart from the font, I wouldn't really say so, because you have no idea what these are. The only guess I can say is why they use is because the lead singer said something like they were writing pop songs but in a kind of like rock and roll format, and that's just probably why, because pop songs are associated with girls and feelings and stuff. So that's probably why they just wanted to punk them up. But I think the only thing that's really signified on the first front cover is that. And also that, so you say it's the vaccines. And I mean, unless you knew exactly what the band looks like, these would just be a group of random people to you. But yeah, I think the font is very signifying to them as a whole. The relationship between text and images, they don't, apart from this, the text and images don't really work together. I mean, you've just got single bits of text like here and here, and then you've got this here, but if I were to, because this is a very black front page, like it's a black and white photo but the majority is black, you've got black there, and then like it continues the colour with the CD and the little CD jacket, and then for here you've got the white photo, white paper, black writing. It's basically the opposite of what the front one was, and I think that works really well, and the relationship works really well because it's taking into consideration like what colour works best on what for each thing. But apart from that, there's not really text. Like some albums I know do lyrics books. This isn't just a lyric book, which I think would be quite nice, like Taylor Swift was. It's just solely like text, image, text.